Grace with Rebel News. We are back in Richmond Hill for another rally for the Iranian people. This comes after news of at least 12,000 having been killed during the uprising in Iran. Some are estimating 20,000 people have died. Iranians in the diaspora are gathering across the world today in support of the people in their homeland, including here in Toronto. We have a massive crowd, and we have also brought along our beautiful truck with our new campaign, CanadiansForAFreeIran.com. Please visit the website and sign the petition if you stand with the people of Iran against the brutal regime that is killing their citizens, and you stand with freedom for Iranians. The march is commencing. We are headed up to Yonge and Major Mackenzie Drive, where the Richmond Hill Library is, to gather for a rally that commences at 4 p.m. There are thousands of people here. I'm sure we'll get a number by the end of the day, but I think it definitely meets the same numbers as the last rally, which was around 40,000 people. We'll see what it's like walking through the streets with this many people. This is Armand. He is a Iranian-Canadian protester. You were out here last time too, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
And what brings you out?
We gotta free Iran. 47 years, it's enough. We gotta free Iran, get back to glory. Make Iran great again, back to the golden age.
Iranians are on the ground. They're putting their lives at risk. And all we can do is just support them. For every single person who is in an internet blackout right now in Iran and is unable to explain to us and show us at the moment exactly how terrible it is, we need to stand in their shoes and be their voices and tell the world it's this bad. They're killing people at this rate. There's over 20,000 people that have been reported to be killed. Those are just conservative numbers, if anything. So it's extremely important for any person who claims to be a humanitarian to stand with the Iranian people right now. There's no reason, no logical argument that you could claim to have to not do this right now.
The terrorist regime killed people, like more than 30,000 people until now in 4 days. And they have shotgun, they have everything. Just to the protest store that they are coming and like fight over the basic human rights in the street. They don't have shotgun, they have nothing. They are just going with the hands and then just treating their life. They are murdered and they are killing by that terrorist regime.
We're still stalled back at the parking lot here as people try to leave for the march. And we came around the corner to see how it's moving, and it's all the way down the street. All you can see are masses of flags. It's an incredible turnout. So the crowd right now is chanting Javid Shah, Javid Shah, Javid Shah, which means long live the king. They are calling for Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi to return to Iran. It is the people's choice of opposition against the regime. It is a consensus in Iran and worldwide that Reza Pahlavi is the chosen person to lead Iran to freedom. Look at how beautiful this is. Amongst all the lion and sun flags, there is a Canadian flag on either side of the march approaching. Why do you carry the American flag with the lion and sun flag in Canada?
Because the U.S. prove us it's our side, and with the President Trump strongly support our people. And as a Canadian Iranian, I decided to choose this flag. Yeah.
Something that I've noticed at all of the Iran rallies that I've been to is there's always a Canadian flag. There's always a host flag of the country that Iranians are in. Why is that important to you guys?
Because as I live in Canada, we have to show our respect to this land, to give us the opportunity to protest to this country. Yeah, we have to.
And by the way, to all Iranian patriots, keep protesting, take over your institutions if possible, and save the name of the killers and the abusers that are abusing you. You're being very badly abused. I say, make Iran great again. You know, it was a great country until these monsters came in and took it over.
Military intervention! Military intervention! Military intervention! SOS for Iran! SOS for Iran! SOS for Iran!
The crowd is now chanting for Trump to act now. Trump has promised multiple times on his Twitter that he is sending help. He said help is coming, and he said for protesters to continue going to the streets where thousands are being killed, they're being gunned down. But help has still not come, yet Iranians still hold on to hope. Do you have faith that America's going to intervene still?
Absolutely, 100%. 100%. Trump is a man of his word. If he says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. We have faith in Trump. We love him. God bless America. God bless the people of the U.S. and God bless the people of Iran.
Do you have faith that Donald Trump will step in and help Iranians?
Yes, I'm 100% sure. Yeah.
For sure, I think he's acting. He has like active things that they are going on, like on the sea, like for the flight and everything. The army is like getting ready to hit them, like powerfully. Hopefully soon, just each day that they are delayed, thousands of people dying over there, and we don't have internet. We have no phone, no nothing. And you know what is like the worst scenario is that they are killing people, and when the family is going to take the bodies back, they are asking for like so much money, around 10,000, 15,000, to pay to them, killing the children, and then get the dead body. How cruel and brutal regime. They are terrorists that they are in back home.
Just barely see the beginning of the march now. Thousands of people can't see the end, and mainstream media is still quiet. I haven't seen one mainstream media person here. Maybe they are. Maybe they'll say something. But it's also interesting that a lot of people wouldn't know that this is even going on because nobody is really talking about it on a mass scale. What if you're an Uber Eats driver and you came down here for work and you're like, what is this? You wouldn't know. Who's talking about it? We have a couple of attendees of the rally here who are Canadian and Jewish. And why did you come out today?
We're here today to support the Iranians that are standing up against the Islamic regime that have been holding them hostage for the last over 47 years. They are now in a current state of blackout, no internet, no power, no one's been able to reach their family members. You've never seen anything like this happen anywhere else in the world where it's accepted. Here we get upset when Rogers gets shut down, when Instagram doesn't work. There's outrage, there's upset. But this, no one's saying anything, everyone's quiet. Now, for the last 2 years, we've had to listen to everybody ask for freedom, for human rights, for all these activists. But no, they're not here today. So it's sad to see, but at the same time, it's so beautiful to see all the Persians out here today, all united in the name of getting the Shah back into Iran.
Yeah. And why is it important for Jewish people to stand with the Iranians?
This is supported. Is Iranian people and Jewish people is too much friend. Doesn't matter. Everybody's told that it doesn't matter. Is everybody coming supported? It's okay. Chinese people, Jewish people, Canadian people, it's okay. Right now it's so hard in Iran. Support it, please support it. That's enough.
So I am here with organizer Shermine Novak, and we were just talking about how we far exceeded the numbers expected, and that's why we can't have a standing rally. We have to keep moving and head back. Oh, we were just talking about how you think it's really important that people know that Iranians are not anti-Canada. You see tons of Canadian flags here. There's one here right now, and you were thanking us for
over there.
Yeah, I know. Or it's crazy. They're everywhere. And you were thanking us for that. And why is it so important for us to show that Iranians support Canada?
Well, it's important because I mean, honestly, we couldn't do this in London, England. Look at what happened in the
Last
UK.
night?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That's so bizarre. Like these frail older men who just want peace for England, for the British, and of course we're part of the Commonwealth. We care about, you know, the monarchy in the Commonwealth. We care about the UK. We care about Canada. And I mean, honestly, I feel guilty that we're created a bit of mayhem today just because of our small business owners, but Mayor David West,
They got a lot of business, though.
I think so. I think they're going to have some good wings after all this cold weather. What you're doing, Scarlett, what Rebel News is doing is really critical to bring attention and build that bridge that's been so damaged. But Iranians are, I think, the original freedom fighters, and we are, you know, we're patriots. We just believe in freedom. So in Canada or in Iran, anywhere in the world, we just want to uproot this regime so we can all live a more peaceful life. And honestly, we're avoiding nuclear conflict. So we want to live well, and we're so grateful to our police for keeping us safe.
She's so polite. We made a quick pit stop at the Petro Canada, and we finally saw our first police officers. They don't seem to have a lot to do. They're in there buying snacks, in there using the washroom, and they're chilling out here. They don't have to babysit like they do with the other protests that we've been seeing for the last 2 years. They're just kind of chilling. So there is a little bit of confusion with where the destination is. Last time, the rally at the end of the march was held at Richmond Hill Library, but the police are not letting the march approach. Apparently, there was a permit needed that wasn't obtained. So now we have a crowd of thousands and thousands of people down here with no destination. So we are in limbo right now.
It's amazing. We had twice the number of people. More than 100,000 people turned out. We broke a record for, I guess, like a public peaceful rally in support of the folks in Iran who are risking their lives. And you were supposed to sing for us the beautiful national anthem that only Scarlett could do best. And apologize, but maybe this is a good thing. Next time it'll be even bigger venue.
Yeah. Do you know where we're headed now, or are we just heading back?
We're just heading back to 16th, and everyone has to go home. But we're grateful for the York Region Police for helping keeping us all safe. We're grateful for Mayor David West for opening up the city, and the councillors, and a number of MPPs from Newmarket to Thornhill and Richmond Hill Aurora also showed up. And unfortunately, just because, you know, the capacity there, few of them made a speech, but nevertheless, we broke a record. And I do want to mention Solar did an amazing job organizing, and our Crown Prince is also supporting us. So
what's going on with Trump's plan? Because if you look online amongst Iranians, there is a lot of disheartedness, there's a lot of hopelessness, but when I talk to people here today, they're still very hopeful that America will intervene. What do you think about that?
yeah, absolutely, you're right. I think that I think President Trump wanted to do a strategic blow to the regime where there's nothing left, you know, to have this long-term, drawn-out conflict we see in Iraq or Afghanistan. And frankly, I think the plan is all falling into place because the world needs to see Iranians are different. They don't want a handout. They don't want a hand up. They just need a little bit of support because they don't really have guns. They don't really have arms. They're literally just organized with the help of their crown prince who's giving messages through YouTube. So frankly, I think the President of the United States sees this, and the CENTCOM, the intelligence he's getting, State Department, they're strategically moving forward so that's a more organized effort. And I think it's so many moving pieces. You have Denmark that's trying to push to secure Greenland. You know, you have Venezuela still an issue, but all these components play together in ensuring Iran becomes stable and becomes like a normal ally in the region and a pillar for Israel to depend on as a friend. It's all happening. I don't want to be a person that's in the betting market, but I would say give it a week, the regime should fall.
So you do believe that Trump will stay true to his word?
Oh, 100%. It's just sometimes you're playing with words and you need to like confuse your opponent. But at the same time, he says he wants to be a winner. He wants to win, and he wants it to be a complete win, not a partial win.
We had an incredible turnout today for the March to Stand with the Iranian people. There were so many people that the police actually said that we could not hold a standing rally, that it could be potentially dangerous. So the estimate is roughly 100,000 people. We don't have a number for sure, but it was so many people that we could not hold the rally. If you believe that Iranians should be free from the brutal regime that has killed an estimated minimum 20,000 people in the current uprising, please head to CanadiansForAFreeIran.com and sign the petition.